approved action plans, that kind of thing. And then, assuming the board wants to do, a self-evaluation as the year goes, as time moves on, then that would be an opportunity to talk about that as well. And then we also do usually have a facilitator for this meeting, which I think, again, is a good idea. So, ideas?
So you're thinking of discussion of the implementation of the action plan, board self-evaluation, excuse me, board self-evaluation?
Yeah, I think
Topics?
possible. I mean, it's up to the board, obviously, but I think that to not address district goals would not be a good thing.
Well, never, that'd be not.
Last year, Mark, you made some suggestions at the May meeting with regards to the retreat. Subsequent to that, Mark and I met, and then I drafted a letter in early June proposing a set of outcomes. If I remember correctly, Mark, then we had talked with a gentleman who had facilitated as well. While I'm happy to do that again, I don't feel I have a whole heck of a lot of direction. But yet I don't know that any of us are necessarily prepared tonight to provide direction either on that, on that agenda, So, moving forward, unless we have an idea on what we want to have come out of that meeting, it's going to be
in one year, we even had a kind of contingency backup that we would meet the next night, prior to the board meeting at 6 o'clock or something.
Right,
to
right.
wrap up any loose ends or anything that might have got carried over.
Well, last year, for the board superintendent goals, we had listed, I had recommended just 3 outcomes. Define a board goal versus a superintendent goal, draft the board goals for 2008, 2009, and provide guidance to the superintendent for setting his goals. And that's all we had down as far as the board superintendent goals going into the retreat for this 08-09 school year. We had the effective and efficient board functioning. Just reading through this, a lot of this was what we had addressed at our orientation. And as Mark pointed out, probably the only thing that's outstanding from that, and we even had it listed last year, was the whole self-evaluation process. So unless anything really more specific than that comes out of it, then we may very well just go into this with those very simple objectives. Same thing.
That all sounds simple.
Until we get in here. So I will take liberties then to maybe come up with another little letter, just so that it's in, okay?
Do we have an idea who we're thinking about for the facilitator? Would we get Donna Johnson back again, or Steve Brown?
No.
We had very good couple years ago. We had the superintendent.
Yeah, Howard, Fatima did it one time. Another option is with the School Boards Association, they've actually extended an offer to do it as, is it Jeff Cohen?
Jeff.
This is an IASB person?
Yes.
He's our district representative, I think.
So that's, we need preferences, anyone from the School Board Association person or?
Is there anyone
Who's available?
will be doing where it would be better to have an ISP representative there?
Not necessarily. I thought Howard Fatima did it, he's local.
I have no personal preference. No, it doesn't matter to me. So, Mark, we'll rely on your judgment.
So at this point, we should not be advancing any possible topics to you or Mark.
Why don't we let me come out with this, and then I have sent any feedback. I hope I hope the above recommendations serve as a starting place for our retreat by establishing outcomes that everyone feels are appropriate. Send any feedback on the proposed outcomes directly to Mark. I want to violate the Open Meetings Act. By a specified date. Mark and I will work together to incorporate the feedback and we receive into a final agenda. So can I suggest that we wait until this comes out? And then, as we have done in the past, if you feel that there is something that is out of these outcomes, beyond what is listed here, then you have those recommendations. Sound okay? I'm going to turn that one sideways. Remind myself to do something So we're gonna do Tuesday, June 16th. I just want you to know that I'm not back in town until Saturday, June 12th. So we're on you on that whole week.
Okay,
Got it? You got Leandra.
all right, we have multi-age option. This proposal's been brought to the board because of a need that revealed itself recently. We have in our little background information that within our preschool program, and thank you preschool teachers for being here, and Penny is here and she knows a lot about preschool and math, so this is they came with this proposal to me and explained that they felt this was a good thing to implement for next year for a number of reasons, and we'll go through those. But just by way of background, the way we run the preschool options is that we try to base it as much as possible on parent requests. And we never know what those are from year to year, so we have a lot of fluctuations in the programs that we offer, whether they're, I think we've gone from 2-day to 5-day. In the afternoon, it could be 2 days for 3-year-olds, 3 days for 4-year-olds, and it just changes. In some years, we have a lot of people that want afternoons, and some years we don't. This year, we're a little ahead of a few kids ahead of where we were last year in terms of just overall enrollments, I think 2 to 4. But we have the morning sessions already full. And we have some other dynamics going on here is that for quite some time we've had parents always asking about an option where they could have their students in preschool in the morning and in the afternoon. We've never provided that. So that we do have parents that take their kids from the morning session, they have to bring them to another preschool. So, that has happened. So for a lot of reasons this has come together, now. So what I want to do is just kind of walk through some main points with this. I'm sure the board's going to have questions that I hope either I can answer or talk to our experts. That our current preschool options that are in place now is 3-year-olds on Tuesdays and Thursdays only, and then we have 4-year-olds on Monday through Friday, and then on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, so there's no multi-age program, no program with 3s and 4s together. What we're looking at for 09-010 in terms of current requests, we have, for the 3-year-olds, we have 6 parents who are requesting a PM program on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All right. Then we have, for the 4-year-old program, we have 3 parents who have requested the Monday through Friday AM and a PM. And those are all the requests we have right now. Okay. So what we're proposing is that in the afternoon from Monday to Friday, that we have a multi-age, which is 3- and 4-year-olds together. So let me explain a little more about that. Okay. The reason we're looking at this right now is that parents, whether they have a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old, could select this option for anywhere from 2 to 5 days. Okay. Secondly, as I talked about, it provides both an AM and a PM option, and we have already parents who are interested in this, and we haven't even advertised it. So given the large numbers of people that we have already enrolled in the AM program, I think if we actually went and aggressively advertised that this was available, that we would get more takers. Again, that's just my guess. Another advantage is that parents can have additional days in the PM anytime during the year. And this has been a very attractive thing, as time goes on, because some kids, they start with fewer days, and as they get more used to the preschool, or things change for the family situation, they want the kids in preschool more often. So that's another thing that we could do. It provides more options for special needs students throughout the year. This is a very challenging thing to schedule, because we, between now and the beginning of the year, we will get additional kids with special needs. And so we kind of have to keep slots available in all of our programs, because we don't know how old they're going to be. you know, exactly what their needs are gonna be, and so that's, they have to, you know, be fit in, and if we don't get enough kids, we've kept other